it's news. So we've closed out 2019, the year of the pig, and now we're heading into 2020, a new decade, and also a year of the pig. It's all going to be pig years from here on out, I guess. Because somebody, and I'm not going to name names, but somebody thought it was just bushels of chuckle snacks every time this news dude worked tirelessly to bring you the latest in boar atrocity. I warned you in 2017, I warned you in 2018, and I warned you in 2019. I told you all that a single teleporting and radioactive boar was taking its grotesque hump jamboree on a jizz tour through Asia and Russia, originating from Chernobyl and Fukushima plants. And when you didn't hear me, I explained that the birthed horde was swarming over Europe, learning psychic powers, and making their way into the States. I offered solutions, like building a wall to keep them out. And when no one heard my pleas, I spoke of the rising invasion right here in our America. Did you listen? Did you? I know I said I wasn't going to name names, but I name your name. I name you, you person with a name, you. Whatever your name is, it's what I name. Since my last video, just 3 months ago, there has been some boar news about a 200-pound wild hog sending a pig trapper to the hospital back in October. That trapper's name? James Dean. Dean. Are you seeing the message they sent? Less than a month later, on September 16th, a doubly sized 400-pound hog was found in San Antonio, Texas, halfway across America from Florida. And only 2 days later, a teenager was killed when his car swerved to avoid a hog in the same state. But none of this made national news. There was no presidential address. We just guffawed heartily like the fat lords of kingdom dipshit. It was real fun for you all, posting the occasional hog story and jesting about how that 30 to 50 feral hogs guy might have been right all along. But feral hogs guy wasn't right all along. Cody was right before feral hogs guy. Hashtag Cody was right. Hashtag thank you Cody. Hashtag we love Cody. Hashtag Cody. But it was too late, folks. Because back in November, we learned that a woman in Texas was straight up murdered by a pack of feral hogs. And pushing aside my own theories and excitability about the subject, that's legit horrible. Holy shit, what the ever-living is going on with that? And now the swine gangs have pushed past Texas and are going hog on the entire San Francisco Bay Area. Tearing up lawns to show their increasing dominance over the West Coast, they are in 56 of California's 58 counties. My California! My doorstep! And then, more recently, they officially crossed the line by eating $22,000 worth of Italian cocaine. My cocaine! No, someone's cocaine! It's not mine! I have no ties to the Italian mob, and will sue you if you say otherwise. But the point here is these hogs have evolved far faster than what even I predicted, blowing past stone and bronze all the way to the cocaine age. They are on our precious go-fast dust, riding the white rail to Valhalla, funded by Big C, the great Pearl Armor. And there's nothing that can stop them now. Japan, Russia, they're a lost cause months ago. The population officially more boar than human. They've even taken over the media over there. That's right. You think you can trust anything coming out of overseas news now? Back in early 2019, North Korea's agriculture ministry was reporting issues with a swine outbreak, resulting in the deployment of helicopters to sweep the 250-kilometer-long border. And then, radio silence. Despite a clear hog war happening in the country, North Korea's media suddenly went dark on the subject. Gee, I wonder why. And now they're here, pouring over the Canadian border and feeding off our crops and probably babies and wearing little coats to blend in most likely. Oh, you want to make a pun about it, Guardian? It's some kind of fucking ha-ha joke? Or should I call you Boardian? Because you're boars now. To quote Ryan Brook, a researcher in the article, there is a general denial that wild pigs are a critical issue. And I mean, why wouldn't there be? With this clear pro-boar bias in the media, a resource the enemy clearly knew to infiltrate first. How else do you explain this shit? Actually, wild boars are good for businesses, and we should welcome them with open arms. I'm f***ing on to you, CNN. Or should I call you Boar NN? Yeah, that's what I should call you. Unbelievable. At least the government is urging us to fight back, though, and even sending aid to help in the boar war. But folks, it's hard out there. According to hog experts, boars will absolutely fight back if challenged, and should be treated like an angry bear. In other words, you run and hope you don't die. That's it. Now imagine that same bear temperament, but multiplied by thousands and quickly invading the entire country until we're drowning in live ham. This is our reality now. You know, you try to warn people. You tell them, hey, I know it seems like a joke, but boars are actually a problem. And everyone laughs and says, oh, geez, there goes crazy Cody fabricating outrage like a classic swine justice warrior. It's the 2010s. We don't have boar problems anymore. Sure, there was a big thing in the 30s and 50s, but we're far past all that. Then, one or two boars pop up. And a few more. And they call themselves pigs, like it's totally not the same thing as boar. And the media eats it up, going on about these dapper new pigs invading the country, showing that pigs can't be hateful beasts because they totally have friends that aren't boars. We put them in our children's films, like it's totally normal that a boar could carry on entire psychic conversations and even adopt our young. And so we all let our guard down. Ignore the people frantically waving their arms and screaming, don't trust the boars. Then we hear the stories about boar attacks and think, well, maybe the boars felt threatened and were just trying to protect themselves. And if they even are boar, well, violence won't stop them. That will just strengthen the boar beliefs. And if we lash out at them, well, then we're just as bad as the boars. And before we can actually address the problem, we move on to some lesser distraction like the president's crimes or overseas wars or the fact that Nazis are slowly infiltrating our government, and the boar conversation stops. At least until the next boar attacks. And we get tired of it, throw up our hands in defeat. And the vicious pattern gets normalized until one day we wake up, look out the window, and find an ocean of Pumbas taking turns hate-f***ing the shattered corpse of our mail carrier. And this, my gentle babies, is where we are at now. I tried to warn you. I did my very best, but you just didn't listen. And now, it's not about how we can stop this curly-tailed scourge, but what we can do to live with it. This is their world now. Our options are limited. We can learn to walk on all fours, rummage for potatoes, and hope that we can simply learn to assimilate in this hogtopian swinescape. And I won't blame you for throwing in the towel, friend. Lord knows it's hard out there in those vast porklands. The sow rapture bears little respite for the tuskless and unsnuffled. Or we can fight until the bitter end, harnessing our collective and primal soul and chiseling out one glorious last stand for humanity. Because sure, it's not just that we lost the war on boars, but that we never even had one to begin with. The war was canceled, and we can all go home. Boars are becoming the dominant species in the world, and our friends who have died here will have died for nothing. But we can all go home. Meanwhile, ideas like peace, freedom, not having boars, well, they get packed up. But we can all go home. Well, I'm not going home. I'm gonna get in my car. I'm going up to 10, maybe stop for lunch, and I'm gonna kick those son of a bitch boars' ass so hard that the next boar wannabe is gonna feel it. Now who wants to go home? And who wants to watch the Street Fighter movie, which is where I got this speech. Great speech, terrible film. So anyway, that's about how my year went. It's been pretty rocky, pretty dark. But yeah, I guess I hope you had a happy 2019. And watch out for Boars. And check out the movie Street Fighter. Is the general point of this video you just watched. So yeah, I guess that's hashtag Cody loves you. For the Boars. Hey everybody, welcome to 2020, the year that's good and only good. Thank you so much for watching and for subscribing to our channel and for all your support, which if you'd like to more of it, patreon.com/somemorenews. Got a podcast, even more news. You're the real heroes. And what I said earlier, Cody love you, very true. Like and subscribe to youtube.com. Yep.